Hi, everyone, and welcome to week 5. This week, our topic is going to be creating your GPS grad portfolio story. Focus on the reflective portfolio, phase 2, assess. And then also, part 2, continue reviewing the guest networker seminars on the topic of networking. So let's look further at our D2L. Okay, we are now in week 5, so we'll go to the course module and open that. And once you do, you will see we've got the module itself, discussion 3. That's all that's due this week. And it's due on Thursday at 11 p.m. And then we have the frequently asked questions and of course your grad portfolio story forum where you can post, and I've posted some information by Rose Werner from KSU UITS on the Wix, using Wix as a format. Remember, it's not supported by KSU, but it's been approved for through UITS for Rose to put that handout together for us. She's one of our guest networkers. Okay, well, let's look at our module for this week. As you know, every week I create a video for you that will be going over this, and that's what we're looking at now. And by the way, before I progress any further, I do want to say thank you for your excellent and inspiring discussions too, and I'm still working and reviewing assignment 1 on the reflective portfolio, and they're excellent, so thank you. But remember, if you ever need any extension on coursework, just send me an email and let me know. Okay, so let's look at week 5. Creating a reflective GPS grad portfolio story, focus on phase 2, assess, and then part 2, review guest networker seminars on networking. This will get us ready. This module will get us ready for our next discussion 3 on what is a reflective portfolio, and your upcoming assignment, which isn't due for another another week or so. And that is assignment 2 on assess. What is your significant learning events that are important to you? So if you would just review the introduction again about developing your reflective GPS grad portfolio story, focus on phase 2 assess. Assess is an empowering way for you to assess your learning, integrate your learning, and prepare to share your learning story. The assess phase includes identifying what you've learned, what decisions you are making based on the learning events, what transformational learning occurred, and what action plan you will make because of that learning event. This module focuses on the process of reflecting on your learning, but in more detail. The first one was, of course, detail on the reflective phase 1, and you wrote about your learning story and the importance of, also your digital professional presence, and created an elevator speech within that assignment 1. But now you're going to be looking at assessing a little further. What is your significant learning events? Something that is really transformational for you. And we'll talk more about that as the assignment comes up as well. This module focuses on the process of reflecting on your learning. We will explore formats also for your GPS grad portfolio story, best of show portfolio, focus on phase 5 connect. We're going to be thinking of that as we're still looking at the second phase of assess, starting to examine some formats. And you did look at some of our INTS senior portfolios that were given to us with their written approval, and I made a live binder so you could see some of the sample portfolios based on the different formats. This week, we'll review the guest networker seminars on networking and GPS formats. Our course objectives for this week are related to our module objectives are related to our course objectives 1, 2, and 5, which are posted on the syllabus. And after you complete the tasks in week 5, you'll be able to discuss the reflective portfolio process, identify the phases of the reflective portfolio, which are reflect on learning, assess learning, and collecting artifacts to support learning, and then review strategies on networking. Module activities. This should take you about an hour and 25 minutes to review the 3 live binders that I have posted for you. You have been looking at the GPS grad portfolio story, but this time do the focus on reflective portfolio phase 2 assess. I also have created a live binder, an ebook, an INTS ebook just on the reflective portfolio process, and I'd like you to look at the phase 2 assess. And then the guest networkers. Review the following networking seminars listed here and found in the live binder. I'd like you to look over the networking seminar by Lydia Henderson, the Career Internship Advisor for University College and the College of the Arts, and the English Department for the Department of Career Planning and Development, and also a Networking for Success seminar by Tim Houston, and that's networking. He's a networking professional with a corporation called BNI. Also, I heard that Lydia Henderson, who was your current career advisor for the Department of Career Planning and Development, will now be moving to another part of the college, and we'll be getting another advisor for you. However, Lydia Henderson still is a guest networker for us, and her specialty, one of her many specialty areas, is on networking, and she has a great seminar presentation on that as well. Okay. Here we can take a look at some of the formats and what is due this week. Discussion 3, creating your reflective GPS grad portfolio story, and that's due on Thursday at 11 p.m. Estimated time, take you about an hour, but again, if you need an extension, please let me know, and an email on D2L is preferable. Okay, and what's coming up for graded work? Discussion 4, creating your public GPS grad portfolio story, and in further detail, exploring formats for the GPS. That's not due until September 20th at 11 p.m. And assignment 2, creating your reflective portfolio phase 2 assess. This, which is also due on September 20th at 11 p.m., worth 100 points. Remember, if you need an extension, please let me know. The assess phase will look in more detail at your learning stories. A significant event for me, and a significant event would be selecting a major at the university. As an example, like why did I do that? Why did I pick the majors that I did? And just talking a little bit more about any significant learning. It could be a self-directed learning project that you've done, whatever is important to you. Module summary. After completing this module, you'll be able to define the process of creating your GPS portfolio story with the focus on the reflective phase 2 assess. And you'll review the GPS grad portfolio story and review the guest networker seminars and networking and the GPS portfolio formats. Checklist. You'll be doing the reading on the ebooks. Discussion 3 will be due this week, and review discussion 4 and assignment 2 coming up next week. Then what will be coming up for week 6? Creating your reflective portfolio phase 3, part 1, collect, an introduction to creating your public GPS portfolio story and exploring formats further for the GPS grad portfolio story. To get ready for week 6, I suggest, and we'll be looking at one of our guest networkers, Jo Ellen Freeman, who's our KSU curator and KSU archivist, and she has done a special seminar for us. She really supports the GPS grad portfolio story process, and she's put together LPS for us, Life Portfolio Story Process, and why it's important to collect artifacts about your learning, whether you create the artifacts themselves or they're things that you've done, like a paper for school, or photographs, videos, etc., music, whatever is yours. So you'll take a look at Jo Ellen Freeman's guest networker presentation, and I'll have that included for you. Lastly, let's look at discussion 3. Discussion 3, worth 35 points, is creating a reflective GPS grad portfolio story. And the questions are, part 1, review the information in the reflective portfolio resource, creating your portfolio, which is our ebook on the topic for INTS. And number 2, what did you learn about creating your reflective portfolio? So that's it for this week, and we're one day closer to graduation. I hope you're finding the coursework helpful, and if you have any questions, always reach out to me. Remember, we have the forum listed, frequently asked questions. You can also, as I said, we can talk by phone or whatever questions that you might have. Write me the questions in D2L as well. Okay, so have a great week and one day closer to graduation. Dr. Joni.